Papa Keith here, Papa Keith's Kitchen. It's a nice brisky Sunday out there, so instead of running the roads, I thought I'd make myself some pies. And I think I'll make a couple of pumpkin pies today. It's supposed to get really cold up here tomorrow. I think it's in the 20s right now, still snowing. Well, first thing I gotta do, I gotta get our pie crust ready. And if you watched me the other day, you already know I made some, didn't I? Alright. They're in here somewhere. You know what? I think I already took them out. How about that? I did take them out. Well, I'll tell you what my ingredients are in a minute, but let's do our pie crust first. Let's see this. Trying to find on here where I'm live so I could read it. Messages on this. I guess I can't find myself. Maybe I'm not live. It says live. Oh well. Yeah. I guess I have to read small print. So I'm going to powder up this bottom here. My dough's been refrigerated, so it's a little cool. I think you can see better if I move you back to this side. And I'll put you down a little so you don't have to see my ugly mug. There it is, I think. All right. Shouldn't take too long to roll this out. These are 9-inch pies. You can make them as big as you want, but that's what I thought I'd start with. Move that mixer back a little bit so my arms aren't hitting it. I like this down about 1/4 of an inch or so. I always like making my own pie crust. It's not hard to make. And I know what it's in it. You buy store-bought stuff and they put in a lot of chemicals to make it last forever. I'm getting here on the first one. All right. Now I need a pie tin. Roller likes to roll. I guess that's what it was made for, huh? Rock and roller. Alright. Tip my crust down in there. Now, we'll start the pinching. Go right around the circle. building a nest so the birds don't fall out. Now I'll put these on sheet pans so any overflow that bubbles over, I don't have to clean my oven so much. I don't know about you guys, but those ovens are hard to clean. Hard on my back. I usually get a chair and sit down there and do it. But if you don't keep the oven clean, you know, you can get a little smoky. There. Now, I got one of these thingy-majiggies. I'm gonna just trim off that excess here. Usually when I get this done, I put this aside, but I go back around and make sure that I didn't ruin my trouble with doing these live, you know. It just takes makes the films longer, but I thought I'd try one anyway, see how it goes, and if it don't work out, I'll go back the other way. This way, if I make a mistake, you can see me. Now, see how pretty that looks? It's almost edible, isn't it? Wow. All right. Now, I'll find my other one over here. Pour a little more flour to her. I got a lot to learn about some of this live stuff there. It's like making thumbnails and all that stuff. You know, I used to be able to do all that crap, but I think I got a little rust in my pipes. Do. Don't be afraid to use your flour on this stuff. It can help it out a little bit when you're rolling things out. There it is, right here in front of me. I'm still going to make, I think, a homemade cherry pie. I did that maple pecan pie a couple days ago. I got it in the refrigerator. My son wanted me to make him one. So I said, well, sure. I could do that. Give me the right ingredients. I can make most anything. Don't know how it tastes, but I can make it. Now, a lot of my baking I learned when I was just a boy. There was this little tiny bake shop in the town of Johnson down here in the village. Used to sell our baked bread and stuff and donuts right beside the road. And of course, I loved them jelly donuts, you know, like any other kid. So she hired me to do her dishes. And I was there for a long time. I started learning how to bake. And that woman could bake. She was up at, 3 o'clock in the morning and making that bread and donuts. And she worked 7 days a week. And her husband would sit out there next to the road with a tin can and his pipes puffing smoke and sell it. And people come from miles around to get her lard donuts, made with homemade the lard. And she had a hell of a business going. But as I spent a lot of time there, she said, why don't you try that? You know how to do it. So that's how I started learning it. Pies, cakes, croissants, you name it. She was very nice to me. I think I was getting about 35 cents an hour. And I could eat all the donuts I wanted. How about that? I guess that's where this belly came from. I don't know. Not really. When I went in the military, I was only weighed about 140 pounds. Alright. Doing too much blabbing and not enough work in here. So I'll fold this in half. Take this, throw it in there. Throw that over there. Do some realignment here. Make sure she's all on the tops. Give her some squeezes around. You know, when I was on that aircraft carrier, we were feeding around 5,000 to 6,000 men on that carrier. So you had to be a fast cook. You couldn't be slow. Because it took a lot of product to feed that many people. And the kitchen stayed open for 23 hours a day. Of course, 7 days a week. One line would be serving breakfast, another would be serving lunch, and the other one serving dinner. It's because everybody was on different time schedules. Yeah. If you were a cook in the Navy, you made it pretty well. You always got to the first of line with everybody, and your haircuts, your pay. Yeah, just as long as you keep feeding them those donuts and cookies, they return the favor to you. I guess they called that Comshaw or something like that. I don't remember. So long ago. Yeah. Of course, I worked 7 days a week there, just like everybody else did, for like 3 months in a straight. We got into port, we get a little time off, but half the time I didn't even know whether it was day or night, because I wasn't seeing the sunshine. We were down under the decks. Of course, the aircraft carrier is a pretty big carrier. Yeah, it was at the time, it was the largest conventional carrier in the world. The USS America. You know, she's now at the bottom of the sea. They made her into one of them fish wharfs, or whatever you want to call it. Alright. So we got pie number 2. I'll set that aside. And we'll move this out of the way. Set that over there. I'll fold this up and take her off here. Set her here for a minute. I'm not going to save this excess dough, but I will put it into my composter, because it'll make some good compost for my beans. Alright. Now I guess you want to know what I'm putting in it. Well, I got my old recipe written down here. Must be an easier way to store these recipes. I don't know, I keep digging them out of books and stuff. Well, first thing here, we got this pumpkin. It's a 29-ounce can, and it's for 2 pies. You know, I kind of like that Libby's. It has good taste to it. Forgive my glasses, but I'm blind to that. Up close, far away I can see. So, I need one of them scrapey thingy things here. We'll dump that in. Looks like orange cat shit. You can raise your own pumpkins too, but you know, or you can buy that mix, but I don't like the mix. I like to make them right from scratch. Yep, I'll get some of that on there. I can be messy, I know that. Oh, there. And let's see, how many eggs did I put in there? I got 4 large eggs. And this here's carnation milk. I got 3 cups of that. And I got about 3 cups of sugar. And here I got some ground cloves. I just happen to use my cornet. You don't get much in that little jar right there, I'll tell you, for what it costs. Whoa. And fellas sure do know how to make money. And I got about a half a teaspoon of salt here. Yeah, what else have I got in my little cupboard here? Okay, we got some of this ground ginger. Just happens to be the white one. Doesn't matter what you get, as long as it's ground ginger. And that I think I've got a teaspoon of, a full teaspoon. Alright. And here, I got some ground cinnamon. And how much of that did I put in here? Oh, tablespoon. Doesn't matter if you don't get them right, you know, it's a quarter or a half. Usually seasoned to your taste, not to mine. And of course we got some ground nutmeg. That's as simple as that. Alright, let me move this stuff out of the way. Here. Don't need that anymore. Oh, I just wanted to tell you what I cook it at here. I usually put it in and bake it at 15 minutes at 425. But after 15 minutes, you check it and turn your heat down to 350. I don't know, it takes about 40 minutes or so. You'll have to keep an eye on it. Some people use toothpicks and stuff to check the innards. And you do it your way, I do it my way. I need one of these paddly things. So I can paddle my way through it. I'm going to take this off. That's more of a pain in the ass than it is. You know, you go do something, you have to take it back off anyway. So that's down there. Bring it a little closer to where I'm working. I guess you can see a little bit there. Put it in first gear. Start mixing. Simple as that. And after you've done that for a little while, I usually take that cover up and I just scrape a little bit to make sure it's all incorporated all the way through and nothing hanging up. Helps dissolve it a little bit. This is my favorite scraper. I guess that's, what do you call these things? I don't know. Thingy-madoos. Okay, let's go back down. Give her some more whipping. Better turn my oven on. Bake 400 degrees. That looks like a pretty small sheet pan. This one looks a little bigger. Set these pies over here. They look pretty good, don't they? See, they're easy to make them homemade ones. Now these are 9-inch pies. I think I told you that 2 or 3 times. Okay, that's probably about enough. I always do that. Don't worry about it. Forget which way to go. I'd put me an arrow on there or something. This way to off. This way to on. Alright. Think I can do this without spilling it all over the floor? If I had a cat, you could look it up. Alright. Used up most of it. You know, I could save a little bit of that, make a miniature pie too, instead of throwing it away. It wouldn't take me long to do. And I could feed that to my boy. Alright. Next step is to throw that in there without spilling it all over the floor. Do a good job, oven. I'll reward you with a cleaning someday. Well, it'd help if I had it on. There, bake. Darn thing is old, still has a lot of buttons. I don't think I could run with any of them new ones. Got my black paper and all crappy here. Well, anyway, probably didn't go too bad for a live, did it? It worked out. Maybe I'll try the next one live. The only thing is you won't be able to see it when I finish them. I might do a little short one just to show you that they came out. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anybody wants to come do my dishes, come volunteer, I'd be happy. Well, anyway, you all have a great day. And if you've got any recipes you'd like me to try, my address is there. Send me a message and I'll try them out. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. Papa Keith here.